Welcome to the temple of Lucifer, light and mystery. Glory and praise to our Lord Lucifer. What if I am in danger? In the best of the cases, I wish you never ask yourself this question, because the answer will depend a lot on your mentor. If that person has a clear notion of this path, your future will be good. If that person is wrong, it is likely that you will not count. The problems in Satanism are originated by oneself. We can start by something as silly as a bad practice, a bad devotion, or simply not knowing how to address us with respect. First of all, respect is important. Not only for us mortals, within the deities is a big fault that you want to match the devotion or even compare it, hear everything to its place and time. But really, where the danger is reflected or in what situation it could be harmful. Ordinary Satanism is not like the conventional. Many will say, at last the demons or Satan do not exist, or it is just us making a change. Let me tell you, my dear reader, that if it is true that you or anyone can control your life, and your destiny would not be the same as it is today. If it were really possible that man or human being can change by himself his environment or benefit, it would do it, and it would be notorious. Many opt for the theory of creationism or call it chaos. The truth is a waste of time, and the only thing that throws is a paranoid belief. Now, leaving the reason and logic of atheist ports, let's go to the ordinary. The pact is real, the contact is also real, and the power to run a danger is the most ignored truth in this path. Here there are people who take the demons as noble and tender fawns. No, my dear reader, a demon will never be noble and tender. He will not be noble if he does not know you. And by tender will depend on your way to call him and the pride you have. A god will never bow his head before a human, and even less will he put himself at par. The failed contacts within the magic can be remedied at the moment. I have already published how to detect it and achieve a better control in your movements. Now let's talk about the contact by devotion or follow-up. Praying is to call literally. It is to expose our feelings or displeasure. We do it copying the Nazarene, thinking that we can communicate more than the prayer itself, and there is the first mistake. Every prayer has a specific purpose. If we make a declarative prayer, it is because we are looking for a change in the action we are taking. If we make an ordinary prayer, we are looking for an answer from the devil about a situation that is not in our control. Prayers of thanksgiving are the same. It is only to thank him, but not to initiate a direct communication. Imitating actions related to God is bad. I will give you an example. It is as if you were called by the name of your enemy, or you were given the same treatment. You can say, I do not care, but at the time, if you are going to get out of the way, now that it is repeated almost daily, you will not like it, and it is likely that you will do an action against that person or group of people. More or less, this is the reaction of a demon to a situation that makes you uncomfortable or that you do not approve of. But where is the danger? When a demon is fed up with you, this means that any demon will know that there is a problem with you and you will not be someone he likes. Can you detect it? There are ways to notice, and one is if you practice black magic. Nothing you do will be completed, and it is likely that your health is bad, but out of the conventional detect it is somewhat difficult. It is easier to ask if you carry a mark to find out for yourself. The symptomatic is almost similar to the magic work with the exception of strong headaches, and it is because of the insistence of wanting to look for some demon. The most appropriate way to appreciate if it is your case: stop praying, leave everything aside, and if everything starts to normalize, it was not your way and you are warned. The above is a wake-up call, so to speak. When a demon flatly does not accept your pact and repudiates your being, it looks differently. It will literally come to you in dreams. It is usually dreaming of predators that are destroying you in life. Part of the dream is frustrating and leaves after effects when you wake up. It is a way to tell you to stay away. The truth, if you dream something similar, leaves everything aside. Much depends on the demon and the demonic hierarchy. If we are talking about a crown, it is likely that your health is terrible. You are a handful of nerves and doubts of the same existence. The presentiment of death is something that haunts your mind at every moment. Here and in these cases, a somewhat unconventional movement is performed. You make the pact upside down, and in the end you are grateful not to be accepted. Why? By doing it backwards, you are chasing away the demon and not attracting. You are denying the pact and not accepting. And the main thing, you are blocking the communication that means it is over. There are retaliations. None, because the commitment never existed. it was only a displeasure that was solved in an unorthodox way. There are people who consider that a pact cannot be broken. The truth is to break it for non-compliance if it is the case, and there is a punishment which can be softened if a movement is made to make amends. Breaking it with the help of God is impossible. Breaking it for not agreeing or no longer wanting to continue out of fear is possible. Satan is the most just being along with Lucifer, but his lodges are not. The problems will no longer be with them, there will be demons that will seek to harm in one way or another. Much will depend on your attitude after leaving the path. I have seen so many who fall to their knees in churches, but let me tell you, my dear reader, when you deny God it is easier to make a new religion that He will forgive you, so you are alone against angry demons. What you can solve is to make a break before the infernal court, and this will leave a time to know if you return or leave the path. Usually takes years, and is where maturity and commitment comes out. If you really want to leave Him alone you can, but if you do it for the sake of doing there is a problem. Now I give you a scenario, which occurs on many occasions and people do not know how to attend. Our muscle aches, especially the back and bone of the skull, feel that burn the soles of the feet, feel burning eyes and lack of vision, feel pain in the fingers from nails to knuckles, and finally feel momentary dizziness. Few notice the change and deduce the origin. A magical work is not by the marking, usually born in the interior and moves in days. Many to feel anomalies deduce the magical work. Others relate it to a lack of communication and gives loss of energy which generates pain. Within the normal are acceptable deductions. Now let's add lack of sleep or excess, headache born from the nose, confusion, panic attacks, fear of being alone, and memory loss. There are also works that generate these symptoms but have a beginning and an end, or when a blockade is made they stop. Now let's see that nothing stops these symptoms. They do not worsen but do not stop. Let's start that everything has a meaning and a why. When the burning or corporal pain is given, it makes mention to the way, which means that you are going to burn, and it is translated as not being welcome. The headache is given by the blockade of the deity. Neither the light enters nor allows to give part to others. The psychological aspects indicate us the attack of the demon. It is the repudiation to your person and the insistence that they usually have in looking for you. How is this situation remedied? A pact never existed for the demon. A link is repudiated by him, and he sees you as an unpleasant being that hates. The best way is to close the cycle of energy. It means a purification of body and mind. At the end leave everything still aside and make a blockade of being. A work is done that is supported by own energy and is to avoid any possible attack. Here it does not serve to apologize, to terminate, because there is no link, but it was an aggression on our part. This can reach a peaceful end. No. Thank you. If you are not subscribed yet, subscribe and share this video in your social networks.